What's going on, everyone? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mobile video. So today I want to discuss a little bit about the M4 because I feel like this is one of the weapons right now and for quite a long time has been in dire need of a balance change. I can easily say without a shadow of a doubt that this is probably the most neglected gun ever in COD history, or COD mobile history. Because I mean, even the MW11, I mean, back then that firearm sucked. But then they did change it to make it more damaging in close ranges. I mean, there were some subtle changes to the M4 at some point in time, but they weren't so crazy to the point where people would actually want to use it. I mean, don't get me wrong, there were moments in time where the M4 was doing all right, back, at the beginning of COD Mobile, where, pre-Gunsmith, when we just had basic sets of attachments like quick draw or, some sort of long barrel or just a regular silencer, it was alright. I mean, it was a decent assault rifle, but when the Gunsmith came out, that's when everything just went so shitty for this weapon, and just so wrong in so many ways. I mean, this weapon was never really capable of getting a 4-shot kill. I don't know if you guys remember, the damage, or I guess the headshot damage multiplier wasn't really that great. I think it was at 1.0. Because, I mean, even if you shot in the head, it's just still 24 damage, no matter how close you were to your enemy. But eventually they did change it so that now the headshot damage close up is now 31. So yeah, it is a little bit easier to get a 4-shot kill so long as you hit in the head once in close range. But of course the damage drop off is pretty bad, so it doesn't really matter. And they also did increase some damage to the upper body, so now instead of having 24 damage, it is going to be 26. But again, damage drop off, it's not really going to matter. You could really compare it to like the XPR with stopping power, how the one-shot kill area is like the neck and up. That's pretty much how the 26 damage, I guess, multiplier is right there. It's pretty bad for a weapon like this, and especially with the fire rate and its control. I mean, I feel like if anything, if they were to balance this weapon out, it would probably be a 4-shot kill, maybe 3 if you do land at least 2 shots to the head. But one thing that we do have to keep in mind that I hope a lot of you guys understand is that this weapon was changed during the time that, well, I guess way before the M13 and the MX9 even came out, or even before the Type 25 was meta. So obviously at the time the change was necessary, but now it's kind of outdated. And that's why I'm making this video right now. I mean, there are so many decent changes that you could do to this weapon. I mean, you don't even have to buff the fire rate or anything. Just increase the damage and the damage range and everything will be hunky-dory. If not, then you could just up the multipliers a little bit more, at least when it comes to the body, because it is pretty strict. I mean, you do have to shoot very, very high up on the body, and that's not always going to be the case. I mean, sometimes you're going to land a shot on the leg, sometimes you're going to land a shot on the stomach, but even then, it gives you 24 damage. In order to score that 26 damage, you'd have to shoot in the upper chest, and it kind of sucks. Not everyone has that same type of accuracy. The way I see it is that the damage that we see right now currently for this weapon can be used if there was some sort of SMG conversion mag, just like they had it in Modern Warfare 2019. They could also add those SOCOM rounds, the 10-round mag that actually made the weapon extremely powerful. So yeah, like I said, I mean, there's a lot of ways that you can make this gun good. I mean, keep in mind, I mean, Season 2 is probably not going to have a lot of weapon changes. Typically, when they do have a lot of weapon changes, it's in a major update. I'll be honest, like, I wouldn't really have a problem, but I mean, right now in this current time, we're kind of suffering a lot when it comes to meta. It's really, really dry. We've been dealing with the Type 25 and M13. I'm not saying you guys should change the weapons. At least make the other ones powerful so they could at least catch up to the current meta. Because from there, I feel like a lot of people will have different options to choose from. I mean, the M4 is meant to be a medium to long range type of weapon. Obviously, that's how it's designed to be. But you can't have the damage range just drop off within like 1 feet away, even if you have a marksman barrel. That's not how it should be. So, I mean, yeah, there should be some sort of range boost for this weapon that causes the damage drop off to be a little bit further away. Looking back at other Call of Duty games where, the M4 was at least a decently balanced weapon, like Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, MW 2019, I mean, they did balance it a little bit later down the line, but yeah, it's still, like, they're very solid weapons in those games. But the M4, I think in this game is probably the worst version of the M4 that I've ever seen. So a change would be extremely nice. Anyways, that's going to conclude the video. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section, what you think they should do with the weapon. I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say. So anyways, hope you guys have a wonderful day.